Actually, the inheritance is divided into two types. The one is monogenic inheritance. The another one is polygenic inheritance. Monogenic and polygenic inheritance. The first we are discussing about the monogenic inheritance. What is the definition of the monogenic inheritance? One particular trait is determined by single gene is called monogenic inheritance. Means only one particular character is regulated by the only one gene, that is called monogenic genes. This type of the inheritance is called monogenic inheritance. See here, in example of the monogenic inheritance, according to the Mendel's, all the Mendelian disorders are monogenic disorders. See, for example, you can take the tall. The tall is determined by the capital T and capital T. And short or the dwarf, the small t and small t. There is no intermediate form. Either is the tall or the short. There is no intermediate form in which the monogenic inheritance. See here, in the monogenic inheritance, we are called as quantitative inheritance. The monogenic inheritance is called as not quantitative, qualitative inheritance. Only one single gene is present to express the total phenotypic character. That is about the monogenic inheritance. Next, we can go for the polygenic inheritance. What is the opposite of it? One particular trait is determined by more than one genes is called polygenic inheritance. Polygenic inheritance. See, what is here? Only one character is recognized by the one gene. That is a monogenic. The polygenic, the one particular character is regulated or determined by the more than one gene. That is called polygenic inheritance. Now here, in the polygenic inheritance, the example of polygenic inheritance, color of human skin. The color of the skin. That is about the polygenic inheritance. Now, and another example we will discuss. Now, example of the polygenic inheritance. Say the color of the human skin and height. The next, the kernel color in wheat. The kernel color in wheat. This character is the first introduced by the Nielsen Hillis. It is a very important. For you can take the color of human skin, the phenotype character is represented by the this capital A and capital B and capital B and capital C. If this all, if it is present, the three type of the genes means 6 alleles is present, that is show the completely the color of the skin. If this all are the capital one is called dominant one. All are it called dominant one. If the all the capital letters is there, that can express a completely character, that is called negros. Negros means so all the capital one is called the dominant characters. Dominant characters. In this here capital A, capital A, capital B, capital B and capital C. Here the 111, it is combined, then only can show the complete phenotype. Means it is a cumulative. Polygenic inheritance is a cumulative or additive. What is a cumulative means? Like plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus like this. See here what? Capital A plus capital B plus capital C. These three are combined together, then can express. This all the capital one is dominant. When all the capital one only is there, could express a completely character. So this all the dominant character, all the this dominant gene is called contributing genes. Contributing genes. Contributing genes. If your in is for example capital A, small a, capital B, small b, capital C and small c is there. This all are this indication of what? Intermediate. Intermediate nothing but here the 3 is the capital is there, 3 is the small is there. Which is the capital one is called dominant one. Remaining is the small one is called recessive one. Which is the dominant one is called contributing genes. Then which is the small letter one or recessive one is called as non-contributing genes. Non-contributing genes. Non-contributing genes. This all are the additive only, the cumulative only. Now what we have to do? We can take the color of the human skin. Example will explain clearly. The example of the color of the skin. Now we can take here. Now the male is a very dark. If married with a very white female, what are the F1 generation? So here very dark one we are called negros, very white one we are called albinos. So here the negros is a phenotype is all capital A, capital B and capital C, and albinos small a, small b and small c. Then this both in the male and the female, nothing but the negros and albinos, the involving the meiosis. What happened in the meiosis? There is a chromosome became a half. Again here the capital A, small b and small c. Now it is called gamete formation. Now after the gamete formation, now mating that F1 generation. In the F1 generation, how is there? Capital A, small a, capital B and small b, capital C and small c. See here, this like that is here is called maltose or intermediate form. Means either not completely dark or the white. It is intermediate forming F1 generation. Then after the F1 generation, we are going to discussing about the F2 generation. Now F2 generation. Now we will discuss the F2 generation. The before going to explain the F2 generation, now we can observe the in F1 generation maltose is there. Between the maltose, again we are make the mating between the maltose. When we are making the maltose, now form the 8 types of the gametes. How like that we are taking is a very technical issue there. Now we can take the capital A and small a, then capital B and small b, then capital C and small c, same like that, capital C and small c, then capital A, small capital B and small b, again capital C and small c, and capital C, small c. So all are the gamete, how the gamete is formed there. Now see here that before that this three is combined, capital B and capital C. Now form the A, B, C. All are the capital one. And now this and this. See here, so like that. See again capital A, capital B and small c. Now here capital A, small b and capital C. Now capital A, small b and small c. Now here the what? Small a, capital B and capital C. Now see this small a, capital B and small c. Now small a, small b and capital C. Then now small a, small b, small c. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many gametes is formed? Here the 8 gametes is formed in F2 before F2 generation. Before the gametogenesis, how many types of the gametes is formed? 8 type of the gametes. Now what we have to do? These 8 type of the gametes from the male and the female, then we can make the mating between them. Now we can get the phenotype and genotypic ratio of the F2 generation. Before going to that, we will discussing about the what is a phenotype. If all the capital is there, what is indication? Like that we will discussing that. Now before explaining about the F2 generation, now see here 8 gametes is formed and 7 types of the phenotypes should form that. What are 7 types of? For example, very important. If we take the all or capital letter only is there, it is a representation of the necrose or very means pure black, more black, necrose. If you are in that, one is a small letter is there, one small letter, see this one small letter, it is an indication of very black. 2 small letters, see, that is indication of fairly black. 3 small letter means 3 small letter is there, 3 capital letters is there. It is intermediate form. That intermediate form only we are called maltose. The next, in 4 small letters, 2 is the capital letters. What happened? The fairly white. And 5 small letters, only 1 capital letter, that is a very white. All are small letter, it is a what? Albinos. Here we understood that if the capital letter nothing but is a dominant. If the dominant letters is increasing, that or that dominant letters we are called as pigmented genes. If your capital letters is there, there is the phenotype, the color is increased. When the small letter is increased, the color going to reduce. If the capital letters, the capital and dominant one increase, it is colored, it is a pigmented one. Or small letter increase, non-pigmented one, So in this capital letter we are called dominant and small is a recessive. It is a contributing genes, it is a non-contributing genes. Is it clear? I think so. Like that we are after the F2 generation, we observe how many intermediate form in F2 generation. This 20 intermediate form is formed and fairly black is a 15, fairly white is a 15, very black is a 6, very white is a 6, then albinos like England people is a 1 and West Indies, Zimbabwe, like that, that is called Negroes is the one. Like that in F2 generation, they are the form that. The finally, how many is formed that in this the 64 types of the genotypes and form that. This polygenic inheritance is introduced by Darwin Fort in the year of 1913. In the year of 1913. Now we are discussing about the F2 generation based on this based on the 8 gametes in the one side, remaining 8 gametes is on one side. Then we can expect the 8 the 64 types of the gametes. Okay, now we will go that. See here, so now it is about F2 generation. Already we said that 8 type of the gamete we took that. Same here the male here the female that. Now in the mating of between this. When we are mating the between this and we combine what? First capital A, next capital B and capital B and capital C and capital C, like this. Mean this both are combined. Now this and this combined. Capital A, capital A, capital B and capital C and small c, means this and we combined and right. Now this is combined. First capital A, capital B and small b, capital C and capital C. So like that. So next after this and this, capital A, next capital A, capital B and small b, capital C and small c. Means here while writing, remember one thing that first we have to try to write the dominant one, then after that recessive one. That means first capital, then is a small. Now like that, first small and capital also no problem, but we are confusing little bit. That's why I am saying like that. So now again that capital A, small a, capital B and capital C, here capital C and capital C, like that. Okay, then same like this, capital A, small a, capital B, capital C and small c. So like that. So the next last one is capital A, small a, capital B and small b, capital C and capital C. That the last capital A and small a, capital B, small b, capital C and small c. So like that, what you have to do? Same, completely fill up this. How this and this. Next same. Here the capital A. See here, capital A. Here the capital A is there. Now capital B, then capital C and small c. So like that, the total completely will fill up that. Now I fill up 1 minute. Now see here the second or F2 generation. Now capital A, this and combined, capital A, capital B, capital C and capital C. It's like that. Now you can take this. What happened? Capital A, capital B and capital small b, capital C and capital C. What? This and combined here, this combined here, this combined here, this combined here. So like that we fill up the total 8, the 64 gametes. Then now in these 64 gametes, but only entrance purpose, no need of this all in PU purpose, entrance purpose, just you remember that. The phenotype, all the capital is about Negroes. And the ratio also important, but the PU purpose, no need of this. Now see here, now capital A, all capital A, capital B, capitals, all capitals only is there. So it is an indication of what? Negroes. All the capital is there, indication of the Negroes. Here the what happened? Small c, capital C, all capital, only one small is there. Only one small is there. What we are called as very black. What we are called is the very black. For example, you can take that here also what? Capital A, capital B, small b, capital C, capital C. Only one small letter is there. So it is also what? Very black. Then now see here, capital C, small c, capital C, small b. Only two is there. Only two is there. What we are called as only one small letter is there, very black. Only two is there. We are called as that about the are black. That about the what? The black. Which one? That is fairly black. Now see here. Here only one small letter. All are the capital letters. So it is again said which one? Very black. See here in this one small letter. Here the one small letter. Only two is there. So that is called fairly black. Fairly black. Now you can take here. Same both only small letters is there. Remaining are capital. That's again fairly black. Now come to the here, small letter, three small letters is there, three capital letters is there. So it is indication of what? Intermediate or maltose. Intermediate or maltose. So like that everything we have to write here. Now see here the last one. All are the what? The capital letters. All are the small letter only. So it is what? Albinos. It is all what? Albinos. Now come to the point here. Say capital A, capital B, capital. Only one small letter. Only one is there. That's again very black. Here the two small letters there. Very small letter is there. What we are called fairly black. Fairly, F means fairly black. So now here the what? Only two is there. So two is there. What again? Fairly black. Here the three is there. So it is intermediate or maltose. Again see here only two small is there. Fairly black. Here the 1, 2, 3 is there. It is about the maltose. Maltose. See here again 1, 2, 3. It is also what? Intermediate or maltose. Here the 1, 2, 3, 4 small letters is there. When the four small letters is there, what we are called as fairly white. Fairly white. Fairly white. Now come to the same here again. Now here the only how many small letter? Only one small letter is there. So only one small letter is there. What? Very black. See here only two small letter is there. Fairly black. Here the two small letter is there. Again fairly black. Here the how many? 1, 2, 3 small letters is there. So it is intermediate or maltose. Again here the 1, 2, 3 small letter. It is intermediate or maltose. Now here the 1, 2, 3. It is also maltose. See here again 1, 2, 3. It is also maltose. Here the what? Only 1, 2, 3, 4 is there. So again it is a 4 small letter. Fairly white. Fairly white. Same like this. Everything we have discussed here. The 1, 2 only is there. Very 2 is there. Fairly black. Fairly black. Here the 1, 2, 3. So it is maltose. Again 1, 2, 3. It is also what? Maltose. So like that everything we want to write. Now I wrote all those things here. Everything that we are like this we completed that. See here one thing here. Only 4 small letter is there. 4 small letter is there. That is the fairly white. And 5 small letter is there, very white. All small letter is there, albinos. Once again I will explain everything to all the capital letter is there, negros. 1 small letter is there, all capital letter, only 1 small letter is a very white. 2 small letters, remaining 4 is a capital letter, it is a fairly black. Again 3 is a capital letter, 3 is a small letter, that is a intermediate. Completely all are small letters, that is albinos. Only 1 capital letter, remaining all small letter, that is about the very white. 2 small letter, all are the capital letter, that is about the fairly white. 3 small, 3 capital letter, that is intermediate. So like that we want to write that. In this again we want to write the intermediate how many form, fairly white how many form, that is a ratio is a very important in entrance examination. Now we will discuss that only. In 64 genotype, now let us be considered we are taking in a graphical representation as entrance purpose importance that. Now one by one you can take in the 64 the maltose, how many maltose should form that? The 20 maltose. How many? The 20 maltose. So it is take the 20. You can express it like this in 20 maltose. Now we can take the fairly black is how many? The fairly black is a 15. Again the fairly white is again same. The fairly white also 15. So what you have to do? Again make, you can indicate like a in a diagram representation. So now you can again it is about the, it is also 15 that. Again very white is how many? It is from the, already I given this, it is from how many? The 6 how many this? The 6. Same that very white also how many? This is also 6. It is about the what? 20. It is a 15. The 15. Then albinos is how many? Just 1. Then again that negros also how many? Only negros. So only 1 that. See here, so like that entrance exam is asking that what is the ratio, genotype ratio of polygenic inheritance? How the negros is a 1, very black is a 6, fairly black is a 15, maltose is a 12, the fairly white is a 15, very white is a 6, albino is also 1. What here the another I did forgot that phenotypes. The phenotypes are the taking on x-axis. Then again that the frequency of the phenotypes are the part in the population. The part in the population. In the 64, how many form maltose? 20 by 64. That frequency we take here, that in y-axis. That the base and we can make the bar chart like that is the representation. How it is the representation? If you are like that, we can take that. It is like a what? It is like bell shaped. How it is? It is appeared like a bell shaped. That asking it is entrance exam, aims entrance examination with that. The polygenic inheritance. What is the shape of the polygenic inheritance? That is a bell shape. That is a ratio. Also very important. While watching this video 1 or 2 times we can watch. Don't confusing that. Any doubt is there? Keep on comment section. Subscribe my channel and share it. Thank you.